The OR token is not a security. The OR token is not a stock. It is a video game token and is used for in-game purchases in OR-supported websites, video games, and the ORForge NFT marketplace. No ownership guarantees a percentage of any ownership of OR Systems Inc., any video games, content, media productions, or other, until options are extended. OR Systems Inc. is a privately owned and operated organization that utilizes blockchain technologies and provides real-world value to the intrinsic video game currency. As such, please ensure you approach the OR token at your own discretion. No one involved in this video is a financial advisor.
Happening.
What's going on?
Hello. May the 4th be with you.
Another episode of the Warrior Hour on May the 4th, which is why I have this geeky, nerdy thing behind me. Pew pew. Yeah.
Geeky, nerdy? What does that mean? What are you trying to say there, Armando?
I'm saying that y'all are geeks and nerds.
So I'm gonna say this. Jimmy says it better, but since he's actually in the right environment, but since I have the hat, I'm gonna let Jimmy do it though. He does a great Peter Cushing.
You may fire when ready.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good. Hey, welcome so much. Welcome so much. Thank you so much.
If we're all dorks,
thank you. Yes.
Look at the business we're in. Come on.
I know. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm absorbing it. I'm absorbing it.
You know how when you guys fill out job applications, it'll say it wants your work history, your emergency contacts, and it strictly asks, are you a nerd or a non-nerd? And I had to look at that for a minute because I thought, wow, that's. But then, you check mark nerd and you're in.
I don't recall that one, but anyway, thank you so much, Warriors, to another episode of the Warrior Hour. Thank you so much for being here. We know your time is precious, but again, always appreciate the time you spend with us every Wednesday here at the Warrior Hour. So why not why not subscribe? Get the alerts. Again, we don't spam you. We're not gonna get you're not gonna get an alarm at 3 a.m. So get the alert so you don't miss the show. You don't want to miss this, especially today's show. We got Mark Fidelman of Fanatics Media.
Smart Blocks.
Smart Blocks.
And he runs a podcast called CryptoNinjas.
Yes.
CryptoNinjas, right? Get it? CryptoNinjas.
That's really good
Lord
stuff.
Crypto.
Is
Dubbed
that...
Lord Crypto.
Oh,
so
boy.
I'm gonna ask him about. We're gonna ask him about it during the interview. But can't wait to have him on. We'll have him on in the next 10 minutes or so. Whew! What a week it's been.
It was a hefty one.
Hefty.
It was today being hump day, and I don't think this week's gonna slow down. I think for us, hump day is more gonna be like Friday. As soon
Really?
as 5
Okay.
o'clock,
All
we
right.
punch
Cool.
out.
So I mean, again, I've been hearing some news on the wire. Got a lot of big, huge stuff going on. Eric, I mean, it's with my brethren up in Malaysia. Well, I'm Filipino, but it's still the Asian side of the world.
The East.
But I hear a lot of big news that we can't really talk about just yet. But is there any preview you can give us? Not preview, but any.
The little bit
give
that
us a little something.
Okay, the little bit I can tell you, and after a couple of the meetings that we're all on pretty much almost daily, we got in front of some pretty heavy hitters from the East, and we are in talks with getting Osiris Protocol over to the East and getting a lot of interest, a lot of players. They got to see some of the gameplay footage. They got to demo a little bit of it. They got to look at kind of what we're doing, and we're as equally as excited, of course. And again, I wish we could say who, but we'll save it until we could get everything inked, and then we'll break out the champagne. But
perfect, yeah. I know that's huge news. Even I was excited about it. I'm not really excited about a lot of things you say, Eric, but that when I heard about that I was excited.
And can I say this? Because I know everyone's like, "Hey, man," I know a lot of people are waiting for like what they call the big bombshell. But I will say this: when I first talked to this gentleman, had a really great couple conversations, and a lot of it was just matter of factly talking about music, talking about life, raising kids, and all that. And then when he said, "Hey, I got an idea," it was one of those, "Wait, can you back up and repeat what you just said?" I'm like, "I don't think I heard you correctly." And it was, and it's just getting some more eyes in the game, some more players in the game, some possibly worldwide distribution, or at least to the East. And they I thought we took our games seriously here, man. In the East, they don't mess around.
Trying to say
cafes, you got tournaments, all kinds of stuff. So anyway. But anyway,
are you singling us out, man? That's messed up. But thank you. No, that's awesome. Good news.
Well, we're talking in general, and like I said, it's not actually one particular country, but just
no. I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But good news. Good stuff, man. How's the gameplay been going? I know I've been playing. I unfortunately am not as good as I thought I was. I've been getting my butt kicked.
Easy kill Armando.
It's I mean, it ain't easy. But it's I ain't winning. I'm not winning, and I knew it going into when we opened it up to the public. I knew I was getting a big head because I was just killing Eric, right? I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Do you know what? Hold on.
Doesn't work.
Stop back up for a minute. I have learned, and I've sharpened my skills to the point where I can stay alive in a game for about 5 minutes. That's something, right? 5 minutes. I could stay without getting shot.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Very true.
Maybe you guys just
myself.
Maybe you guys just didn't buy the nicest yummy guns that we have. I mean,
that's true. I got to get some more of that yummy guns because they are up on they're up on there on the forge. Got to get that.
You want to make any kind of headway? I mean, you got to have the right materials and the right weaponry, right?
That is true. But sometimes when I come to realization that I'm not the greatest at Osiris, I play our other games. Jimmy, why don't you tell us about those?
Oh man, there's 3 other games on the Forge too.
I know.
If anybody did not know, there is we have Minesweeper. We have Ninja Warrior.
That's my game. That's my jam.
And then what's the other one? Skill Driver.
Oh. Skill Driver.
So these are cute little games that you could play, have a little fun with.
A little more my speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Man.
Although Skill Driver, I got a feeling it'll be instead of EKE, it'll just be like Crash Test Dummy Eric or whatever you guys will come up with. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm waiting for that logo to come out. So.
Speaking of the logo,
you got? Did it flash? I didn't see it.
I know it didn't. It did not flash, but did Did we get it on the?
You know what? We'll have to check.
We'll have to check what? What are we checking
The
now?
torch.
Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, again, I'm just I always get humbled when I play. It's kind of annoying.
Oh, I can see that. It's,
I
you
know
know,
I feel.
those games aren't easy.
They are not.
And if anybody has any bugs, if you're playing the game, you have any bugs, use our Discord and let us know. The Discord links below. It's the best way to do it.
Yep. Oh, and don't forget the after party. There's a I
Oh.
guess it's more of an after chat. It's not really a party.
Oh, it's a
Come on, we're
party.
not. I mean, I guess you could say it's an after
Oh,
party.
it's a
but
party.
I mean,
It's a
Oh,
party.
yeah.
We've actually gotten a lot of really great people. They've had recommended influencers and just recommendations on certain things, so we get to chat about it. Actually, live chat too. Not, I mean, if you're a little shy about chatting, you could do the text version as well. But it's really we had gotten into a lot of great conversations with our community. So that's
Yeah.
really. I know some of you are in different time zones, and it's difficult to get on at that time. But for those of you that can, that's a really great way to just get some FaceTime in with the community.
Oh, we had a couple of AMAs, Eric. What are the last couple of AMAs we had up here?
Well, we had Crypto
What's that?
Titans, which was excellent.
Oh.
It was really. We had Nick on. It was a little early in the morning, but that was a great. It was a text AMA in Telegram. I was trying to post it too, and the AMA itself was it was too long. So I'm trying to find a way to condense it into a file so we can get it out to Telegram. And we had our very own Lucas on with Yummy with Joe Foot. And there's a recorded version of that in Telegram as well. If you guys missed it, the live discussion, it was a really, really great chat about staking with Yummy, and that was really cool. And Armando, we're gonna have to keep. So we're gonna have to stockpile some tissues for you, my friend.
Oh boy, here we go.
We are going to be on. Well, not myself, but Armando, Jonah, and Lucas are going to be reoccurring guests on the Crypto Lifer podcast.
Crypto Lifer.
May 14th.
My man.
Yeah,
That's
Crypto Lifer, a lot of love.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, are you booking me?
Hey.
You're pimping me like a.
Crypto never sleeps,
Jeez.
my friend. Crypto never
They
sleeps.
never sleep.
That is true. That is true.
If there's any viewers out there who aren't familiar with Crypto Lifer, he is the authority on all things crypto, NFT, and everything. And if you watch his show, it's really great because he gives you some really great insight on how crypto is used and what new is coming out, what's going on in the crypto world, in the crypto space.
If you're into day trading, crypto stuff, watch his subscribe to him, Crypto Lifer.
Yep.
And he'll teach you the ways.
He's a really smart dude.
Day trading.
Especially check out the episode where these guys were on Armando, and last time it was Armando, Jonah, and Nick. And it's towards the end, it's a tearjerker because it got very real. And
too real. You might not be.
Man, come on, my eyes welled up too. I won't be coy about it. So, also really quick, as far as marketing and in the news, BTFD news, which we're going to be posting links. Laundering digital art, which God, never thought there'd be such a thing, but you'll find some really great content in there. Influencer Daily and Office Hours with Dave Meltzer. That's a really great podcast as well. So we're going to be dropping those links. Keep an eye out. And we've got more AMAs. We're just trying to get the right time to schedule them. A lot of these AMAs are from communities they're from around the world. So some of them are like 3 a.m. So I don't know if any of us are up at 3 a.m., but we're going to book as many of these AMAs as we can. So we got big stuff.
Yeah. And if we're fast forwarding to July, Nick, our own Nick, will be at UT Law on July 27th.
Austin, Texas.
Jeez.
Austin, Texas.
UT for the Essential Cybersecurity Law
Conference.
Ooh,
Yes.
jeez. Talking about cyber intrusions, ransomware
Nick will
attacks,
be speaking
data breaches.
that's his wheelhouse, cybersecurity.
Yep. I know. Maybe he'll talk a little bit about the Black Knight blockchain out there.
I'm hoping
Try to plug his own stuff. Maybe one of us should go and ask him about it, and then he'll have to talk about it as an audience member. I think we should do that.
Absolutely.
Set him up.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you that don't know, I'm sure most of you do, Nick is the authority on cybersecurity, and
He's been
when I
around.
talk-
He's
yeah,
been
when I
around.
talk to that, you can go down a rabbit hole with him as far as what he knows. So that's why knowing he's at the helm of the tech, him, Jonah, and Colin, and Matt, I'm at ease.
Maybe being that he's talking at a law school,
I
maybe
believe
he'll.
is this University of Texas Law School? I believe.
Mhm.
UT. Yep.
Think so, maybe, but hey, if he's talking to a bunch of lawyers, maybe
Yes.
he'll have some. I don't know.
Who let
Who-
him in
who-
the building? They're going to be saying, "Who let this guy in here?"
He's got to cut at least 2 inches off the beer before he's allowed in here. Jeez,
Probably
jeez.
grown since I've seen him last.
You know what's funny, man, is I always wondered if you lift Nick's beard up, if he ever let you get that close, which I doubt he would, but if you ever lift his beard up.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, oh shoot, okay, we let him in.
Gentlemen.
They finally let me in.
Jeez,
Sure.
You guys are,
we let him in the building.
that's right.
Who let this guy in here?
I don't know.
How's
You
it
guys
going?
are
Thank you
crazy.
so much for being with
How
us
you doing,
today.
Mark?
Wait, do I need a Star Wars theme? Am I missing out here?
A
I
little bit.
mean, you don't have to, but I
encouraged.
didn't want to, but they told me I should be geeking out today.
We're having a little fun with it.
Throw one in there.
Yeah, if
I
you
don't
want
know
to
if I have one.
take your time, and where are you based out of, Mark?
I am based out of. No, wouldn't this be funny?
That works. That works. We'll take it.
Yeah,
all
hey,
right,
we'll
like
take
it.
it.
I am based out of San Diego.
San
Oh,
Oh, wow. I love
San
man.
Diego.
San
So
Diego.
the weather must be great today, as it is every other day of the year.
Every day. It's great here. Not every day, but most days.
Most
Occasionally
days.
362 days of the year, it's
That's
perfect.
right.
The other
Occasionally
three,
it rains.
yeah.
I've been to San
I'm in-
Diego. That's a fun place, fun town.
Yeah,
I like San Diego a lot.
definitely. Well, thank you again, Mark. We were kind of doing our little research on you. Or do you prefer Lord Crypto?
No. Just
Lord Crypto.
We were like, whoa, okay.
well, I mean, LinkedIn asks you for your pronouns, and I'm like, I don't buy into this whole pronoun thing because it's
Yeah.
literally impossible to remember everyone's pronouns, even if
Exactly.
Just call me Lord.
I just, okay, you're going to give me the opportunity to give out pronouns. Okay, well, I'm going to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So what got you to get what made you get into the whole crypto space?
Well, that's a great question. Well, it was, make a long story short, I hated it. I was against it back in 2014, I think, around
Yeah.
there. And imagine if I would have just bought, 50
Right.
Bitcoin back then and
Jeez.
just hold on to it and see what happens. But I was against it. And then once Ethereum was released, I was convinced that this was going to be the future of money. Once you had a programmable money system with smart contracts and apps and dApps that were able to be built on top of them, I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Bitcoin was like, it was this wishy-washy thing. But, at least I eventually got on board and didn't remain a naysayer.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, if everyone else is starting to hop on the train, you kind of have to say, okay, well, maybe I'll give it an extra shot, right?
There you go.
And how did that help you, or how did that help lead you to Fanatics Media or Smart Blocks?
Yeah, I mean, so Fanatics Media is more of our e-commerce arm, and Smart Blocks is our what we use for crypto. So two separate teams, really. So there's some overlap, but Smart Blocks is just focused on crypto projects.
Oh, well, okay. And then can you talk about how, what these would do for our, the millions that are watching now and the billions that will watch the replay for this? What do those do for them? Or what could these do for them?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got anything, if you're selling products online, especially during COVID, there was a lot of companies that had to move online. You would engage with Fanatics Media to help you build that system up, as well as market it and provide best-in-class, let's just say, marketing strategies to bring awareness and sales to your whatever it is, whatever product that you're selling.
Got it. And I pulled up your website for our viewers. Nice pose. I like it.
Yeah, I took a 300, and that was the one I chose.
So and we did put your link out on the description here, so that it'll definitely be there. But great, good deal
Thank
here.
you for that. Thank you for that.
Nice.
Actually, I have a question. Could you talk about your time as a Forbes columnist? That's huge. That's argue. It's one of the biggest publications in the world. That had to have been a really interesting time to be there.
Yeah, it was really fun because they just opened up contributors and they were looking for subject matter experts in areas they couldn't possibly cover because their reporters were never marketers or digital e-commerce experts. So they decided to open it up, bring us on, pay us just a tiny bit of money. But for us, it was about building a brand and educating, people as to what our space is. So they somehow found me. I mean, I could tell you the story, but I don't want to bore your audience. But they somehow found me and they said, well, we'll give this guy a shot. He's kind of a wild card, but we'll give him a shot. And, I spent 4 years writing for them. And then they decided to do some crazy stuff with, I don't know if you call them advertorials or whatever, but they moved to this other model and it required an editor. And I'm like, an editor can't edit what they don't understand. So this is time for me to exit because now I'm not being paid, very, very little. That's not why I was doing it. But also I had to have some editor that didn't know anything about marketing. To me, it was like, nah, I'll cut out, I'll move to YouTube. And that's what I did.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So that must have helped develop your network to further your marketing savvy. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, if the number one thing you could do, and a lot of people don't realize this, but you have something that you put out. Maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a blog. I think blogs are less and less important, except for SEO purposes, of course, because of two things. One, you start to build your personal brand, and I know it's a tired phrase, but you build awareness within your industry. And then best of all, use it as your calling card to meet the people you want to meet in your industry. And that for me, and you guys probably recognize this, is the best part about having a channel is you get to meet very interesting people, whether they do some things with you or not. Doesn't matter. You get educated with, I'm sure, every guest that you guys have on.
We learn something new every week. Yeah, for sure.
Like right now.
I don't know what you're going to learn from me, but we'll have a good time anyway.
Well, here's a question for you. Maybe we'll learn something with this one. What would you say are your top 5 marketing must-do activities for crypto startups?
Yeah, I mean, I thought a lot about this. Crypto is a little bit different than an e-commerce company in almost anything. And what crypto really relies on is, number one, I think, like defining your cause. What is it? Why are you in business? Because anyone can throw out a Dogecoin or Shibu and market the heck out of it and hope something comes of it. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of those types of tokens, and one or two rises to the top.
Sure.
They're not really based on anything. For me, what I'm most interested in is, why did you come out with this particular token? And have, define that cause, define the pain points, and then come right out with it. That would be number one. And then it's articulating the problem better than anyone else. So you're going to have competitors in the crypto space because as soon as something's successful, there's a copycat. I mean, it's as easy as a fork in most circumstances, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to articulate the problem. What is it that you're solving better than anyone? It's real crystal clear messaging. And that for me is important. You might not get it, right the first time, but you just A/B test these messages, talk to guys like you guys, and you guys say, no, that doesn't make sense, or it does make sense. And you start to get a sense of what's resonating with people. So that's important. Number 3 is build the right team. You got to have a right team. You guys have this video cast or podcast, whatever you call it, this show. I mean, if one of you, Eric, if you had 2 bad guests, it wouldn't be that great of a show. And so I look at teams the same way. You got to have a team that gets along and that it stays coordinated and that's reliable and has expertise in the areas that you need it. So team's important. That brings me to my number one thing. And this is something, love him or hate him, Richard Hart does really well, is community building. I just did a review video on Pulse Chain, and I had 125 comments and 800 retweets on Twitter the day it came out. And I'm like, whoa, that's some kind of community. And these are real people because I'm engaging with them on Twitter and I'm going back and forth. It's like, that's the type of community that you want. And that's really important, is build it, nurture it, and that will help you create value around the token, around your project, around whatever you're doing, because you have those people that are in place, these raving fans, as Tony Robbins calls it.
Right.
And then there's many, many more, but the one thing I want to get across to people, you have to bring awareness to these projects. What are there, 20,000 tokens? So you need to have a good PR strategy, and you need to have a good influencer strategy. And going on shows like yours, working with the press, getting to know the press, building relationships with the press, all these things are important if you're coming out with the crypto project. Now, I've just named 5. There's probably 12. But
Sure.
I highlighted those because you sent me in advance what you're going to ask me. So I highlighted those because I think that's most important for the audience. Anyone building or involved in a crypto project.
Would you say marketing is like your top one to being last, or being last on your list there? Or was there, out of the 12, was there any other ones that you'd like to kind of call out?
There's little things like being able to have a good social presence that people feel like, okay, these people are part of this community. They're engaging in this community. And I don't mean their own tokens community. I'm talking about the overall crypto community. A lot of people want to see that you're not just in it for yourself. You've got a good social media manager or managers that are helping the overall community grow, because that's what's really important, I think, at this point, especially with what's going on in the world.
Yeah, that's sort of the kind of the basis for this show, right? We wanted to, no one knew us. We were a new token. We were a new company at the time. So we put this together to kind of keep our community engaged, to show our community we were engaged with them. And then it kind of, we started it as a joke, and then it kind of evolved to this, well, why don't we start to educate our community or anyone else that wants to join in with other people in the ecosystem for crypto. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do every week. Every Wednesday, here on the Warrior.
Yeah.
Self-plug there.
It's impressive that you 3 all come together every week.
Yeah, we're the muscle. We're the face of the company. Our developers and our CTO, CEO, COO, they're all in the shadows. Not really. But I might not have a job tomorrow. But,
wow. Yeah, they can hear you, Armando.
Yeah, they're probably listening right now. What do you think? So what are your thoughts on utility tokens, their secondary market impacts for those who use crypto for investments?
Yeah. So from the token issuer point of view, I think tokens are the new VC. That's how you can raise funds for a project, but you better be able to deliver when it's over. When the fundraising is over. So if you're struggling getting VC funds for your crypto project, one way of doing it is incentivized token offering right out of the gate with a big promise at the end of it. It's almost like a Kickstarter. Is the way I think the new model is going to be. Not for everybody, but for anyone watching this that really wants to get going and raise some funds and build what you want to build. Maybe not version 1, but version 2, version 3, version 4. I see more and more crypto companies doing that right now. And so the utility's got to be there, though. I mean, eventually you got to say, hey, this is what this token does. And then you got to move from a model of hyping the project up, raising the money, to something of actual value. Like maybe it's a fee for everything that happens. And you move away from issuing tokens just for fundraising purposes. You go to, okay, we're not going to take any more tokens. We're not going to do anything for ourselves anymore. We're going to make money off the fees of our utility tokens that are doing something of value for the community. That's what I think the future model is, and we'll have to see what happens.
Oh, sounds familiar, guys.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
I don't know. You can only convince our community that. I'm just
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's what the show's for. If they're tuning in, you give them a reason.
we do.
Because I think gaming, and we haven't gotten to this yet, but
Mhm.
I did a lot with Wax for a year. I helped them with their marketing. I did a lot of different things, and for me, it's like, well, why aren't the mainstream gaming companies doing what you guys are about to do here or doing currently? It should all go that way. I should be rewarded for playing. I should be rewarded for accomplishing things within these games. So I'm not sure. I just think it's ignorance, or maybe it was like, well, we don't want to venture into this. It's too risky. I don't know what it is, but I was thinking this 2 years ago. Why hasn't anyone done it?
So that I guess that's where you saw crypto, NFTs, and gaming. That it's all now it's happening. But
We were doing NFTs 3 years ago. I hate
Yeah.
to break it to everybody. This is not a new thing. But I think just William was just too early with it. And then he tied it to, things in the real world. Like if you had a Nike shoe NFT, it was tied to a real pair of Nike shoes in a warehouse. So you could trade the NFT, and then the ownership of that shoe in a warehouse traded hands. I don't know if we'll ever perfect that model, but he was doing it a long time ago. This is William Quigley, by the way.
Oh wow!
So you've had some
up.
exposure with NFT gaming.
I have. Yeah, I mean, Wax was one of the first to be able to swap things in and out of games by selling it. So weapons and clothing and whatever it was that was in game.
What are your thoughts on like play to earn?
Well, that's what I think the model should be.
Yeah, right. I mean,
I don't know why. I mean, my son's a gamer, and I spend so much money on him. Like, God,
yeah.
Yeah, it makes some of that.
Maybe if you could just make a little back, at least break even.
break even, or if at least he's getting paid, let's contribute to the community and grow the overall pie. So if these gaming companies can make money in other ways, even that would be fine.
Yeah. That's interesting, man. Yeah. I have a question. So you were a columnist for Forbes, and you are a published author for Socialized.
Yeah.
Your books are Socialized. What was your driving force to put pen to paper on that? Like what inspired you? What was the process?
For which? Both or just one of the other?
For starting with Socialized.
Okay, so the book was a project because I had all this knowledge. This was back in 2012. I had all this knowledge that nobody else had. This is back in a time, and maybe a lot of your viewers don't remember this. It wasn't that long ago. It was 10 years ago. But this was back at a time when you couldn't use Facebook at work. You couldn't use social media at work. It was all banned. And I said, wait a second. Your company and your marketing should be using social media to build communities and to drive engagement and to get into discussions with your community as well as customer service. So I'm like, you guys are all missing the boat. So I wrote a book, got a bunch of endorsements, and it did pretty well, for a business book. And that's why I did it. I'm like, I can't not tell people. And back then, people were still reading books. I think they still are now, but I definitely.
I do. I do.
So that was it for Socialized. For Forbes, it was merely a calling card. It's like, okay, I want to meet the CEO of Dell. Well, okay, I'll schedule an interview with Michael Dell or whomever I wanted to meet. I would just go through their PR team, and then all of a sudden I had a relationship with the CEO of a major Fortune 500 company. How valuable is that?
Pretty valuable.
That's crazy. I mean, a lot of for the few journalists that I know a few friends that are writers, and they'll do like a lot of blogs, like you were saying, or they'll just write like small stuff, small little local magazines and that newsletters. But I mean, being a columnist for Forbes and being a published author, for a lot of people, it's like, wow, they consider that success. So my next question is, what's next? What do you have? Are there any goals that you have, or anything coming up that you could talk about?
Well, yeah. I'm helping market a crypto project that just released called Tetraguard. It's at tetraguard.io. It's the world's first decentralized ETF token that pays rewards. So it's just a basket of tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum, PaxG, and then something called Quadron. And when you hold that basket token, that ETF, the crypto token, it's paying you as if you're staking it. It's paying you more and more rewards based on transactions, fees. Remember, I talked about fees that are in the system. So that's what I'm working on right now, and helping to develop that project. I think it's a big winner for those of us that can't study every single token. For those of us that just want something safe that's also paying you rewards behind the scene, and it's backed by 3 of the most well-known tokens out there, for me is a big winner.
That's a big winner.
Wow.
That's incredible.
We got the website up on the screen now.
Yeah.
Anna's going through it.
Tetragard.
Tetragard.
Yeah, look at this. I'm gonna bookmark this so I don't forget.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man. So Mark, is there any shout outs you want to do? We really do thank you for your time. Is there anything anything you want to plug? Any shout outs you want to do? Again, his Mark's links are all on our description. You have Smart Blocks, you have Fanatics Media, you have Twitter. Go follow him on Twitter. Be one of his 81,000 plus followers, and check out the crypto project Tetragard.
Any shouts? If any of you know Richard Hart, I want to interview him on his blockchain. So yes, please send him my way.
Definitely.
I'll call him up. I'll let him know.
There you go.
I think he's number 1 on my speed dial. So, but if we do run across him, we have your contact information. We'll definitely pass you along.
Thank you so much.
Well, again, thank you again for your time. We know time is valuable, but thank you. And we hope to catch up with you again in a couple of months to see where all our projects are going and how we're doing in this ecosystem of crypto.
Can I say one last thing? Pick up a copy of Socialized. I just pulled it up on Amazon.
Oh, shoot.
It's still there. They haven't banned it yet.
No, yeah, right. I'm actually going, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to do a quick screen share.
Sure, yeah. What is this? What do we got?
Oh,
look at that.
See, now, and I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but this would make me want to buy it just by looking at it, because I can get a pretty good gauge on what some of the content is just by looking at this graphic on the front. So I can't wait to read this. This is going to be interesting.
Keep in mind, it's 10 years old, but it's still, a lot of the principles in it are
still has to be relevant.
And I made some predictions, I think some of which came true, so I'm pretty happy about that.
$14.99 hardcover. Add to cart. I'm going to be picking this up. Sorry, I had to plug it because that's. I mean, for most authors,
go right ahead, man.
Have a book. You have a published book with that. Can't wait to dig into that one. So, anyway, thank you, Mark, so much.
Mark, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, have a good evening. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
And just to remind you guys, we do have a awesome staking partnership with Yummy Crypto.
Yep.
Right? Yummy Crypto. They're yummy.
We also
head on over to yummy-crypto.com and check that out.
And for all of you on Telegram, we pinned the AMA with Lucas and Joe Foote right in Telegram, so take a listen.
You did.
It's in there. It was actually
very nice.
Absolutely.
Very nice, very nice.
We got stuff coming out. We're going to be posting. Actually, I'm going to try to get some things posted in Telegram today and tomorrow. Got some AMAs. We got Crypto Lifer is going to be a fun one. That one. This time I'll be able to catch that one live.
I don't know if it's
Cool Energy Crypto Lifer.
Yeah, he is.
He does.
It's fun, and then it gets serious. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about.
He'll be fine.
I gotta take I signed up for one of his courses. I still have to freaking take that. Anyway,
you're not taking his courses.
Yeah,
I thought you signed up for last summer on them. Oh yeah, signed up.
I never got a chance to take it, so it's just kind of hanging there.
Just so busy. I get it, man. I gets it.
Just saying. Anyway, so man, that's I gotta took some tips from that guy.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely
Mark.
obviously he's a marketer. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, I should have asked him when marketing. When, sir?
I'm going to be
marketing?
talking to him later. We actually, I got his contact, so we're going to be talking
About
Absolutely. About marketing, sir.
About marketing, sir. About marketing, of course.
About marketing. Man, you know what I wish our viewers would, you know what would really bump up our viewers? And I say this all the time, but when you guys, for those who know, we do a little pre-show kind of sync so we know what we're all going to talk about. But it's funny when these two guys, when Eric and James, because they've known each other forever, right? They know each other since they were born. So they're obviously sick of each other, and they love each other all at the same time. No, I mean, like,
you don't get to spend enough
it's
together.
For those who don't know, like, because sometimes, Eric would say something, Jimmy would say something, and one wouldn't like it, and they like start to argue. I'm just, it's kind of awkward for me because again, I've only known these guys for about a year or so working with them, but like, to them it's normal.
Oh, it's normal.
But like, just to hear them talk, like, and it's not like they're yelling at each other, but you can just like, there's like hate, but love.
And there's always,
like,
there's always a little, there's a fine line between love and hate. That thin line.
Oh my gosh! But it's so great to watch.
My wife once described. She's like, are you like that little brother that is with Jimmy, like a little brother he never had that's really annoying and that's just pestering? And I'm like, just you could have left it at little brother, but fine. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Jimmy loves me though. He says it out loud.
Does he though?
He would hug.
Look at us. We got Jonah popped in the chat. I haven't seen that name in so long.
Yeah, no. I talked to him the other day. It was pretty strange. He was short on the phone. I think I caught him at the tail end where he was about to take a nap. And I caught him right before his nap.
I've not seen that name pop up in a while. I know he's so busy. That's cool.
Who? Luke, Jonah. Jonah's never busy. He's always like hanging out. He's gonna be like, "Shut up, man! Shut up, dude!" But anyway,
does Jonah want to talk? Does he want to chit chat for 5 minutes?
I was gonna start to wrap things up here, unless Jonah, if you have anything to say and you want to hop on.
Jonah, you want to chit chat for a minute?
Well, we'll give you like 60 seconds to decide. I don't know if your camera ready, if you have your face on, but just saying.
I don't know.
Man, to be in San Diego though. Oh, I'd love to be in San Diego right now.
Oh man, it's always beautiful weather there.
Yeah.
Like year round. It's amazing. Christmas time will be 70 degrees.
True. Can't complain about that. But yeah, looks like he may be not joining. So that's fine. That's fine. I know we had a.
Maybe he's not into it.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Can I share one thing? And this is not.
Sure.
This is meant to celebrate May the 4th be with you.
Oh boy.
Hey, hold on.
Whoa.
So
what are you doing here?
What you doing?
Share my screen.
I gotcha.
This is fan art that I did years ago, and I finally decided to create them as NFTs. There's 100 of each. I think I have 4 or 5 different designs, and they're about $10 worth of ore for each one.
Oh.
I did it for this very special occasion.
Out there.
Nice.
And I'm not here to showcase my work, but because this is
might as well.
Might as well. What are you doing?
Yeah, hold on, I got a couple others I'm going to show you guys. And here's one. This is one of my favorites. Dagobah, home of Yoda. So, these were just fun little graphics that I did for boredom, and then, being now with ore. And
what's Dagobah?
Dagobah system is where Yoda's from. You didn't know that?
I knew that.
Oh, man. Come on now. I'll just share one more. I didn't realize how much stuff I minted. A lot of stuff. So, anyway.
You got a lot of stuff in there, homie.
Yeah, I do. One last one. And, of course, it'll be at the bottom. There you go. One more. Yavin 4. Which I'm sure, Armando, if you didn't know what Dagobah was.
Protection, safety, support.
A military of 1,000 strong.
What's
Put a little
what's
Y-wing
happening?
fighter there. Yeah, it's just a little tribute that I did, and I wasn't even going to do anything with it. Anyway, and there's a lot of cool content on the forge, man. I'm starting to see a lot of new artists, a lot of new work on there. So a lot of really cool, neat stuff.
It's being used.
Jonah said, "Oh God, Eric."
He loves it.
Yikes.
He loves it.
You're deep
Oh God,
in the
like,
matrix. You
I gotta
are.
buy those now. I buy them all out. $10 a piece.
Jonah's deep in the
Yeah.
Matrix. They said. I guess I could get that. He's probably he's probably seeing in code.
Can I offer you 50?
Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely.
Who's gonna buy Sandwich Guy though? Sandwich Guy.
I would look. Come on, man. You're not compelled.
What's up
to buy
with Sandwich Guy? Why is there like 35 Sandwich Guys on there too?
There's a lot. Yeah. Are they each one auction for each one? Couldn't you just have done it unless you can't do an auction?
Who is Sandwich Guy? I want to know.
I don't know, but that's here. Let's pull it up. Hold on.
No, I mean I think it's not somebody we know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Who the hell is Sandwich Guy?
Let's look at. Let's pull it up. Come on, tell me you're not compelled to buy that.
I might.
Hold on.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know,
that's
man.
it. No.
There's
That's
actually a creator. That's all it says.
He is a YouTube chef.
Okay.
That my kids watch him.
Here, case in point, we're talking about this right now. Sandwich Guy.
777 BNB.
Jesus.
Well, hey man, look. If all of us on the Aura system,
Yikes.
team, everybody in the community, if we pool our resources, man, we can buy one of these.
We can get Sandwich Guy.
And actually,
What
that's
do I do
starting
with
bid, FYI. It can get higher than that, man.
What would I do with that?
Just remember, guys, if you're out there, you can mint your NFTs now on the Forge. I think we lost Eric. He totally just disappeared. Yay, Eric's gone.
Woo! Now we can have a real show.
Now it's party time, guys. Eric disappeared.
Oh, man, I haven't been this happy in a long time.
He totally just zipped right out of the chat. He said, "Up later, guys. Here he comes." Well, hi, handsome.
You know it's cool.
You're on mute.
No, I muted him. So anyway, thank you so much for all the warriors out there who are spending their time with us. Wanted to thank you so much for your time this evening. Again, time is. I know we're on prime time. I know it's hard for a lot of folks to watch us, but thank you for watching us live. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting our guests. We get some feedback that they do get some new followers because of our show. So thank you. That just helps us get more guests for you guys.
Sean said he teleported to the Dagobah system.
Thank God he's on
He's
mute.
still
All
muted.
right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Have a great evening. We are out.
We're gonna
and
bolt.
We'll see you at the after
We'll
party.
see you next week. After party in the
Peace out.
Discord.
Introducing the CoolWallet Pro, an enhanced hardware wallet the size of your credit card. It packs the most sophisticated cold storage technology inside, giving you full control of your digital assets whenever, wherever you need it. CoolWallet Pro connects offline to only your mobile device within a 10-meter distance, and requires you to physically confirm every transaction on your CoolWallet Pro after checking transaction details for optimal security. CoolWallet Pro is designed for the professional crypto user who needs more than just superior security in a hardware wallet. You can plug in directly to the world of DeFi DEXs, and other dApps, allowing you to earn easy passive income from staking and DeFi on the best crypto blockchains. Through our extensive marketplace, you can trade, sell, and buy directly from trusted third parties, all within the CoolWallet app. While staying anonymous, retaining data privacy, and avoiding trust risks. With CoolWallet Pro, the key to your future is in your hands.